Hello everyone! We've started 2026's season of the Great Pottery Throwdown. Now, last year I did a series of make-along videos, so after each episode I'd go ahead and attempt the challenges myself. Mostly just the technical ones because I still didn't have a way to fire anything. This year, however, I have my own kiln and she's up and running and functional. So I am going to go ahead and make along, and at the very end I'm going to fire all of my work together and hopefully have a big reveal for the season finale. So let's go ahead and get started with the first episode, which was a soup set inspired by A Perfect Winter's Night. Now, My Perfect Winter's Night is Lord of the Rings, the extended edition, of course. The challenge is a lidded tureen with a sculpted knob, 2 bowls, and a ladle. So let's get going. After a couple of tries, I ended up using about 4 pounds of clay for the tureen and 2 for the lid. So a good thick form helps hold the soup's heat, and it made the turned-in gallery pretty easy. The technique was new to me, but after a couple of flopped pots, this one turned out really nice. Lid calipers are a fantastic way to get a nice fit between the lid and the body of the pot. I did a pulled handle for the ladle, leaving it fairly wide at the end opposite the scoop. A rolling pin usually works great to get a nice curve, but with this being so much longer than a mug, it did take some support sponges. Can never have too many of those in a studio. I am using my usual shape with this set and just kind of altering some of the details to fit the challenge better, so that made the bowls pretty straightforward. Yeah, as I was adding the second lug handle onto the soup tureen, I realized that while I was in the zone, I kind of forgot about the whole filming part of it and didn't set up a second camera while I was using my phone to reference Arwen's necklace and the leaves of Lorien for the details that I'm carving and sculpting for these. So I don't have the process of doing that, but they turned out really well. Check it out. Now, since I am actually doing my final firing all together at the end, I have a little bit of time to decide if I want to do the leaves actually in green, or if I'm sticking with what I'm envisioning as just a white and very soft gray in the details. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments. Alright, that challenge gave me a perfect excuse to indulge in my love of Lord of the Rings. I'm really excited to try this out once it's all glazed. Episode 2, we're going to be making bookends, which is great because I need those for my cookbooks on top of my fridge. Slab building, which I'm not great at, but I have a couple of ideas, so be sure to tune in next week and see how these turn out.